Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to a special edition of the Macro Lounge podcast, where today we are going to be talking about sparkly things in the world of ICN.
Yes, we are going to be doing a bit of a wrap-up of the ICN Hawkes Bay Show, which was last weekend for us. I'm not sure when that is in comparison
August
to
the
when it's
2nd.
being released.
August the 2nd. Who knows when this one will come out, but whenever the producer deems that we've behaved ourselves and have earned the privileges of being reposted.
So we will be going over the results, what we've thought of some of the competitors. We'll be telling you who placed what. We do have the names of the results list. Shout out to ICN, and what we kind of thought of some of the competitors. I'm gonna probably pull back a little bit for swimsuit and bikini because those are my categories, and I shouldn't be too biased.
Oh, come on, let's be realistic. All we're going to be talking about is the colours, the connectors, and who wore their bikini appropriately. And we'll try not to point out the fact that at least one competitor had her bikini on backwards or upside down.
Yes.
We won't name them.
So yeah, make sure you are checking, girls. It's actually not the first time I've seen it, and also, yes, the top often is upside down. The connectors are supposed to be on your shoulders.
This is true. Also, we would like to point out that we are not, this is our opinions, we're not affiliated or associated or receive any form of promotional consideration from the team of ICN. We just want to give everybody in New Zealand an opportunity to see what's going on around the world of bodybuilding in this part of the world, down the bottom end of the Pacific.
So yes, when we are saying our opinions, just remember this is our opinions. It's nothing to do with ICN, nothing to do with the judging or anything. It's literally just what we're seeing. I am judging through photos. That's all I'm going to say. But let's say we don't agree with the judges on a couple of things. That's just our opinion. It doesn't mean we're saying anything was wrong. It's just what we're seeing.
I was waiting for you to clarify that you were casting your opinion from photos taken from a camera phone from the 1930s. So I do appreciate you not pointing out the fact that my technology is somewhat archaic. So thank you.
Yeah, I did stalk some people online as well. So we'll go from there. So we are going to kind of skip over some of the men's divisions, and we are going to start with figure.
Some of the men's divisions? I thought we were skipping all of them. No offense to the gentlemen. There were, just to be fair, point out there were some very, very good, balanced, and very well presented of the men's classes. Good level of muscle density, good tanning. There was a good, and there was a good number of the guys as well. You just don't wear sparkles, so we really don't care.
Yeah, if there's no sparkles, I'm sorry, but
I know. So we're not doing the sports model category either, then, are we?
Oh, we can do a brief glaze over.
Fair enough.
Because we're biased to the females.
This is true. At least we admit it.
Yeah, I mean, they could have been awesome like me and had at least had sparkles on their shoes, which is something I did last year in sports model.
Yes, I did look for that. I did not see a lot of sparkly shoes. I was very disappointed. I was like, opportunity for sparkles, and they missed it. Rookie mistake, really. What?
Rookie mistake. I agree.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I wonder if you'd be allowed to bedazzle the costume. Okay, no, don't come at me for that. That was just an idea that popped into my head. I don't know if you're allowed to do that. Ask Brenda. Anyway, we've probably blabbed on enough. So, in figure, so first up we had Miss Figure. So I'm just going to read out the little kind of blurb that ICN has on the website for the criteria so that we can just quote it before we go over anything. So in Miss Figure, they are looking for capped rounded shoulders, 6-pack of abs, wide defined back, good quad, hamstring, and glute development, conditioned enough to show muscle separation and striation in all the muscle groups, but not extremely lean as to appear stringy or over-dieted. So main things, muscularity, X-frame, conditioning, posing, presentation. That's kind of what we're looking for here. So in first place for Miss Figure Novice, we had Larry Canis. Sorry if I butchered people's names. I apologize. Okay, well, we had number 24. Yes, Larry. So she was wearing the pink suit, I believe, if I'm correct.
This is important.
It was like a pinkish purple.
Yep.
I thought she had excellent X-frame. Like, her shape was awesome. Some of the pictures that Chris sent me weren't overly great, but she had a great X-frame, really wide shoulders, super awesome quads. I'm just looking at a photo now.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was pretty clear first place to me from this photo that I
Yeah, she pretty much cleaned up in the figure class right across the board too. There were some really good examples of that in the top 5 in particular. They really, really did stand out. there was probably number 24 Laurie and 26 Holly, to me, were probably two of the biggest standouts. And then I thought number 22 Leanne and number 20 Samantha were also very, very good. Samantha, I think, has got a lot of potential. She's very young. I think she's only about 25 when I talked to her. She's also about 3 foot tall. No offense, Samantha. But there was really good muscle conditioning right across that top 5 in particular. And the top 3 or 4, I think, were head and shoulders above the rest of the ladies. Although, to be fair, I think everybody up there, they held their own. They're having a lot of fun too, which was really good. And it was a big lineup for novice. I think there was 8-10 of them in that one class.
But yeah, no, Holly stood out to me as well. Like, I actually initially, the first photo that Chris sent me, I actually initially had her winning because I couldn't really see the conditioning level, because I think number 24, Laurie, she definitely had the conditioning over Holly. But Holly's stage presence as well, you can just see it through the photo. She just looked beautiful, confident up there. I'm not saying this just because I made a suit. She looked incredible. Like, she just had a really nice presence to her, and it draws your eye. She made you want to look at her.
Yeah. And she definitely
same with Sammy, actually. Samantha. Same thing.
And
beautiful presence.
I was surprised that Samantha was 4th. Actually, I had her 3rd, but I'm not necessarily a ICN judge, so what do I know? Yeah,
no, I think I said the same thing, didn't I? Yeah, initially I think I actually had Holly first initially, but no, I do agree with 24 in first. And then I also had Samantha in 3rd as well. Because to be honest though, presence makes a big difference for me, because also I'm in the more model type categories where it's a bit more important. So it is something that obviously I'm a bit biased towards.
And then the next class up was the figure 30 plus, which essentially was the same.
We had the new edition of number 29, Dee Jones.
Yeah, Dee Jones, who came 3rd in that class. So. And she was really another really exciting one to see. I think conditioning was a little soft. But overall, I thought the ladies, the 30 plus class, I thought it was a really, really strong class. And then obviously the really cool thing, they had a 40 plus class as well. I think number 31, Trudy Barr, she was the new addition in that one. I think she was Australian, they said. So we
I'm not sure. She was in the green suit, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Yes. No, I only have the one photo with her in it, so I haven't seen a lot of her, but it looks like she has some great hamstrings from this photo.
Yeah, and the really interesting thing from my perspective, obviously, because was the posing variation difference between this particular figure class and what I'm used to with the NBC and the IFBB. So there was more posing. I was like, okay, I know. My first reaction was like, what is she doing? Oh, okay, you're allowed to do that.
You're allowed to pose? What?
Oh my god! Yep, I mistook that. But I think in the figure class, probably other than 24 Larry. Yeah, the standout I thought was actually number 30.
Legend status.
She was in the 50-60 plus. I was like, holy, the density and the shape and the symmetry. I was like, to be fair, I would say in the open class, she pushed the 2 younger girls hard. And in fact, in another day, in another division, perhaps, she would have taken the overall title, which did, of course, end up going to number 24, Larry. I'm going to guess that's Camus. Sounds about right. We'll go with Camus.
Okay,
Camus?
Yeah. But no, yes, Karen Chan, legendary status, absolute life goals right there. Incredible, absolutely incredible. Her density, her conditioning, she just absolutely deserves a major shout out there because she's awesome.
Yeah, she was, especially her back. Like, the density in her back was just, lack of a better word for it, sick.
Fair.
So that was really cool.
I'm just flicking through some of these photos. Wait, we had because we also had the new edition of Trudy Barr, didn't we? That was a new. Oh no, did we already talk about that?
No, she was in the one before that.
She was in the red, wasn't she? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, so sorry, this photo just popped up that I'm looking at. Hopefully we can get that edited right here. Her delts, they're amazing. Can she donate me some? Holy, what the? Wow, very, very dense in the delts. She's insane. I think probably, I'm assuming that Laurie tell me if I'm wrong, Chris, but I'm thinking probably Larry just had the better X frame.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, muscularity, I would say that she's number 31 is denser. Trudy is denser. To the upper body, at least.
Yeah, that would be fair. But then when you look at the overall lineup, they were just that was
lineup.
a top level figure class. I would say, to me, that was probably the largest figure class I've seen in quite some time. And normally, like the NPC IFBB South Island show is generally where you see the most figure girls in New Zealand. And so all of these girls were just, they were next level.
The fact that it was such a high standard with that many numbers as well. And then just again, going back to, because these two were very close looking at these photos. They were very, very close. But it looks like also Laurie had slightly better quads on her, like the lower body, I think, was a little bit better condition.
Yeah, she just flowed overall better. Yeah, just a bit overall
so,
better.
Shout out to those amazing women, because holy, wow.
So where I did get confused was the next class. ICN has this other class called Classic Figure.
Yes, which, let me just pull up that criteria for us. So it is slightly different. So emphasis on symmetry, proportion, equal development between all muscle groups, wide back, shoulders, flared quads, developed hamstrings and glutes, muscular condition showing separation between muscle groups. A high degree of definition and striation is not required. So it's kind of like if we go back a little bit, that's why it's called Classic Figure. So we're going a little bit more for the silhouette, slightly less conditioning, not as, I guess, freak show? Is that the right word? Or like not as extreme. Not as extreme.
Yeah, but we'll go with
freak show in a good way. Freak show in a good way.
Freak show. We mean that with love. Freak show with sparkles.
Always. But so Classic Figure, we're just kind of pulling back the conditioning a little bit and putting a bit more emphasis on the silhouette and the shape. So,
and there was quite a few of the same competitors again from the Ms. Figure class. So you had your Samantha, Leanne, Laurie, and Kate.
Novice Classic Figure was Laurie. Second place we had Kate Skinner, and then third place we had Samantha Murray. So Laurie and Samantha both in Ms. Figure as well, and then new addition there was Kate Skinner, who was in a blue suit. She had a beautiful frame. I really liked the way she did her front pose.
She did. That was the one thing I guess I didn't particularly like in that class is the posing was actually quite inconsistent. So, like the front pose, they all didn't pose the same, and the side poses and the quarter turns, there was a lot of variation, which
probably makes it harder to judge.
I think it would make it harder for the judges as well, but it's kind of like pick one and go with it. A few people did get told off. I did see a few of that in some of the classes. Yeah, I don't know what the head judge's name is again. Sorry, I forget. He did get a bit busy with it, which was great. I was like,
I can relate.
Yeah, I was like, been there.
But no, anyway, coming back. So I did really like the way that she did her front pose. Kate, that was. She kind of had her hands a little bit closer into her hips, which I thought gave a really nice diamond shape, which really I think emphasizes the actual shape. Whereas when you put your hands out, it kind of all blends into the background. So I felt like that was a really good way to do that pose. Just me eyeballing it and not really knowing it that much about figure.
Yeah, I think that was quite a close battle between first and second, and also between third and fourth. I'd say either of those two groupings you could have easily flipped. Kate had a really nice X-frame from the front, but Laurie, her quads were in a hell of a lot better condition. Not condition, size, sorry. And again, from the back, she had more density and across there.
Yeah, no, so cool. And absolutely stunning lineup. And then in, what was the next one? We had a Masters class, so Masters 40 plus. Trudy Barr again, first place. Second place was Karen Chan. Oh, wait, am I looking at the right thing? No, I'm not.
Yep, yes, that's right.
Yes, I am. Karen Chan. And then third place we had Stacey Putty, who I think was a new addition, wasn't she?
Yeah.
I don't actually have the photo for this one, so I actually don't know who she was.
Then you had the opening, so the overall open. Apparently she's
been around for a while.
Yeah. I was texting you going, who the hell is this chick?
I was like, oh yeah, that's Taylor. I don't even know if she knows who I am, but I've followed her for a while.
Have you noticed you do that frequently to me? You say, "Oh, that's Kate." I'm like,
that's because
who
I'm
the
a
hell
stalker.
is Kate?
I'm a stalker.
Yeah. You need to put that with @Kate such and such, so I can go, okay, all right, now I know what you're talking about. But this assumption that I understand these things is beyond me. But I thought, back to the subject at hand, 33 Taylor. She just. I don't know if it was really her class. I think she's got one of those physiques that kind of fits everywhere.
Yeah, because she was in a few other classes as well, and she has done other classes before, but she has such beautiful wide shoulders.
Oh yeah, it's kind of like she looks like the
she looks like the trophy.
It looks like the template. You're like, okay, this is what you're going to go for, and then you can start adding bits to it. It's like she's like a muscular Barbie doll. You just add different costumes to her for different classes, and I think she fits in quite well.
If you painted her gold, and like she would just look like the top of the trophy, like that you have for a figure. Like that's kind of what she looks like. She has
you're not
amazing shoulders. Like her shoulders are so amazing. Like I've been admiring her shoulders for about 5 years now.
Yeah, she's got a very, as I said, she fit in very well into multiple different classes, so it was quite cool.
And she does have obviously beautiful stage presence, beautiful posing. She is very well practiced. She's been on stage a few times. I really liked the way she did the figure posing. I think so. She leaned back a little bit more than the other girls and kept her hands again a little bit closer, which I think it gives you more of that silhouette.
Yeah, a little bit more polished, I thought, in her posing overall, and her stage presence. She was confident without being cocky. Somebody who's on, you can tell that person when they're on stage where they're like, I feel good here, as opposed to I'm shitting bricks or the ones that, And she was like, no, this is my place, this is my moment, and I think she presented really, really well. And then the next one would be number 22,
Leanne.
Yeah, and I thought she did really, really well as well. She was another. She'd been in, I think, in the previous figure class as well. Yeah, the red.
Yes, the red.
Again, I think she's quite young, good potential there, but just not.
And then also third place, because I realised we didn't actually give the placings out for the open class. And in third place, we also had number 28, Ruth. I'm not. So yes, I quite like the idea of this class. Like, I honestly haven't paid too much attention to figure in the past because obviously it's not my main area. But I've really liked the idea of this class, that it's not like too freaky, and it's literally that like go look like a goddess kind of.
Yeah. And she pulled that off very well. Yep.
She did. So shout out to Taylor.
All right. And next up,
the exciting
you can't talk about this class because this is your class.
I can say some stuff.
Okay, you can say stuff. First off, we had the novice swimsuit. Again, big swimsuit, big lineup. There was a good number of athletes in each class. You had Kate Edgler, Debbie Wayland, and Rose Blackett. And this was this novice or first timers? I can't remember.
This was first timers.
First timers, yeah.
Yes.
So obviously you don't quite expect them to have the posing panache of somewhere like
which Kate actually
Queen
did.
Rachel here.
Just looking at photos, like, I don't have the videos, but just looking at the photos, she looks very confident up there, and she doesn't look like a first timer.
No, you wouldn't. She had the posing down, a little bit timid at stages. You could see that, especially when in the later classes when she was up against some of the more experienced girls. But fits the swimsuit criteria well, from my understanding. You would know more of that, being the reigning world champion. Just get that in there.
Oh, should I read out the criteria?
Yep.
Probably should. So, overall aesthetically pleasing look with hourglass figure, similar muscularity and conditioning to a bikini model, flat midsection, overall muscle tone rather than being muscular. Poses with poise and gracefulness. So posing, big part. Well, I do think, definitely from this lineup of the first timers, Kate's clear winner. She definitely, you can see she's very confident up there. She's got beautiful shape. She's probably the most balanced of the three. I think the other two, I don't think they were quite hitting their poses as well as they could, just from the photos that I've got.
No, there was a bit of inconsistent posing in swimsuit in general, actually, to be fair.
Well, there usually is, because there's not really a set front pose. There's a couple of different ones people do, but I do think that the other two girls that we have in this, although they do look beautiful, I think that had they hit their poses better, it definitely would have made a huge difference. Because you can see they've got muscle on them, especially the one in the black suit. What's her name? Rose. She's got fantastic shoulders. You can see she's got a good amount of muscle density, but I think that would have been showcased better.
Yeah. To be fair, she was probably a little bit over-conditioned for the class, to say.
Yeah. Probably better in fitness model.
Yeah.
Kate had beautiful shape. Looking at her back pose right now, stunning back. That V-taper from her upper back is beautiful. Great conditioning. Great rounding through the glutes. Pretty clear win.
Young too. So still got a lot of time and a lot of room for growing. Better get in fast. All right, who's next? Oh, the 30 plus. That was a big class. There was 5-6 ladies in that class, which was really cool. To be fair, there was Casey Peterson, Lisa Crossland-Marsh, Pauline Messer, Sammy Arledge, and Cameron Ross. It was pretty clear the top two, I would say. Casey first. Yeah, she definitely had the posing, the poise. She's obviously had a lot more experience on stage that show.
Yeah, I think she's definitely competed at least one season before.
Yeah.
But yeah, her front shot is beautiful. She has a stunning silhouette from the front, especially. I think her front shot was very clear win from this one. And then was Pauline second? Oh no, Sammy was second. Yes, Sammy was second.
Yeah, I thought Sammy looked good as well. She had good posing.
I actually didn't recognize her at first. She looked so stunning. Like the red really suited her. Sorry, I'm being a little bit biased here, but her presentation, like the curls, the red lipstick with the red suit, like for her, it looked really, really good. Like it was just very well polished look for Sammy. Like, I thought it looked really awesome on her. So a little shout out there. Also, yeah, Pauline looking awesome in third place there. So yeah, like quite a good lineup. Sammy's shoulders looking really good in this photo, actually.
Yeah, a little bit of inconsistency in the back posing, I felt. I thought that's one thing that probably Casey needs to keep an eye on when she goes through to Nationals or Oceania.
Don't give her any tips, Chris.
Okay, I'll just talk to you so you don't do it. Casey, message me later. But all up, I thought that was a really strong lineup. All the ladies looked amazing. I like that one because I like the swimsuit within the ICN because there's less play and probably more comfort around people like not having to have the six pack and not being overly conditioned, but still you need to have the muscle mass to fill out particularly from the back pose. Some of the swimsuits are like a little, but in general, I thought it was really strong. Yeah, well, we knew that. To be fair, you were testing me through the whole show.
I was.
Which suits are mine? I'm like, crap, here we go.
You did very well.
Thank you. I felt like just saying, they're all yours now.
No. But no, yeah, but I mean, you can see, like, even in this photo, you can kind of see the importance of the shape of the swimsuit. Like this beautiful lady in the green, if we have the photo there, hopefully. I think her swimsuit needed to be a little bit higher and a little bit wider along the side to help with her shape.
With the shorter blonde hair.
Yes, with the shorter hair. I can't see her number there, sorry, but
I think that was 37, Lisa, I think.
Yeah, so it is definitely important for that swimsuit to really suit you, or like fit you well. I did quite like the black one. I didn't make that, so I can say that.
It's very European-looking cut, that black one, isn't it?
Yeah, because it's higher cut through the top there. That's quite a European style.
Yeah.
But yes, I do. It is really nice having that coverage through the front. It definitely makes you feel a lot more comfortable on stage. But anyway, next lineup from swimsuit was the Open. It was the Open. So Casey again taking the win for the Open, and then we had second place Chloe and third place Sammy. So Chloe was the new one here.
She was, and to be fair, I'd say that was a pretty tight battle between those two, between first and second. Chloe, slightly different look, probably not quite as wide through the shoulders as Casey, I would say.
Her back shot is stunning.
Yeah, back shot is stunning. Maybe not quite as much in the upper back as Casey, but I do think she had a better back pose.
Yeah, I really liked her back pose. From the front, I think just probably a little bit more size through the glutes to give more of that hourglass shape, which is where Casey probably really took it out, was from that front shot.
And again, slightly different suit design.
I won't comment on this one because I didn't make it, but I did make Casey's. So.
Casey's was fantastic. It was the best there.
Obviously.
Who would doubt that?
It's obviously why she won. We're not biased at all.
Nope.
Anyway, no, she had a really nice stage presence as well, Chloe. Her, like, just from the photos again, I'm not looking at videos here, but just from the photos, she looks comfortable, not looking like a, yeah, I'm clean kind of look, but it's like a feminine, nice, like, yes, I look amazing.
Yeah. No, she did really well. And then obviously went straight in from there to the overall, which was Casey Peterson took that out. And
the Pro Qualifier card.
Pro Qualifier card. You can explain that because I didn't understand it.
So what happens is basically Casey is now qualified to compete in pro shows. So for the rest of the year, or up, I think it's for a year, you're allowed to compete in pro shows. She can do as many as she wants. If she comes top 3 in any of those pro shows, she can become a pro. She will be in a full swimsuit model pro. If she does not, then she just stays in the amateur league. She can still compete in amateur shows until then, because she's not technically a pro at this point.
It's just clear as mud. Thank you for clarifying that for me.
So she's an amateur, but she can compete in pro shows for a year.
So she's a pro-am.
Yeah, basically.
I did think. I'm sorry. What was the young lady's name again?
The second place, Chloe. Number 41?
Yeah, no, she was in the junior one.
Laurie?
That's Figure.
No, that's Figure. Who are you looking at?
Kate, number 34.
Kate, in the pink. That was the overall, wasn't it? It was Casey and Kate.
Yeah.
We don't have
I
to
did.
Yeah,
I do. I'm looking at it.
Oh, I don't.
Well, you're looking at the wrong one then, aren't you? She's got a really good sight, like the way she can roll her hips. Her hip mobility and arching her back is very, very strong. And I think in time she will be something to watch in that division. So that'll be exciting to see how
she's
got
beautiful shape. Her because I found the photos. Her hamstring development, I remember saying, like, because that was probably quite a close one, I think, between the two of them.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, I don't have the back shot, I only have the front, but yeah, definitely very strong competitor there. Kate, one to watch.
Yep.
She's got a beautiful swimsuit shape.
Yep. And then, sorry, gentlemen, but we switched off during the classic physique novice classes because you didn't have sparkles.
No. But well done, Casey, for getting that first New Zealand swimsuit Pro Qual card. I believe it was the first. Pretty sure that was the first.
Sports model.
Now, there's no sparkles here, so to me, they now all look the same.
The sparkleless division of the ladies.
Actually, to be honest, though, this is so much fun to do because the wearing sneakers on stage is great. It is so good.
I remember texting you doing this one and going, "Holy crap! This girl is just working it." I don't mean that in a bad way. That was in a good way. What's the number 56? Hales Nordell. My notes that I wrote down was owned the stage. Her posing was next level off the hook. It was good. She was really, really good.
Finding minutes. I need to find this from Sports Model. Found it. So, Sports Model Juniors, we only had one, so that was Alana. I believe that's how we pronounce that one. A few extra letters in there, but I think it's Alana. And then we had, I'm assuming she was probably put together with the first timers, essentially.
Yeah. They all came out at the same time.
Which we had in first place Samantha Gussie, second place Alana, shout out Alana Takara, and third place Danielle Cole.
Yeah, there was what's in it? Samantha, clear from the minute she walked out on stage. I was stunned that she was a first timer. To be fair, everything about her stage presence. We didn't explain what this category means, so for us uninitiated, co-host is slipping on her duties there, ladies and gentlemen.
I am. I apologise. So, sports model. Luckily, I'm organised and I have it right here. So, good tone, condition, showing muscle separation while being slightly less lean than a fitness competitor. So that's so there's bikini and then fitness. Sports models should present themselves as models. This includes a walk, stance, posing, self-confidence, and overall presentation. So
very much. If you wear sparkles on your sneakers, it's even better.
Bonus points. Or in the socks, maybe.
Ooh, that sounds like comfort.
No, on the outside.
Maybe a wristband.
Some of them have jewelry. I don't think too much jewelry for sports model, but yeah, it's very much like cover of a fitness magazine is kind of how I see this category.
Right. Yeah. The other thing, for people who are not used to ICN, which I'm not, as we all know, the fact that they all wear the same costume, which is kind of cool.
They get given this at check-ins as well, so this is part of their entry fee, I believe. And yeah, so they get their cute little sports bra and booty shorts, and it's awesome. It's such a fun category to do. Like, sadly, you can't do it with bikini anymore. They have got some new crossover rules there, but it's a really fun category. It's a really cool category. Yeah, everyone just gets. You don't have to worry about what you're wearing. Most girls will wear. It's just white sneakers, but a lot of girls will wear sneaker heels, so it's got like a little wedge heel in the platform, just to give you that little bit of elevation for the glutes. But so much nicer to walk in.
Yeah, there was a lot more aggressive posing in this class than you would expect in bikini. But I also think it's somewhat disingenuous to call these things shorts.
Yeah, they're closer to like underwear, to be honest.
I have underwear bigger than that, and that's not an image that anybody needs.
We didn't need that one, Chris.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Anyway,
I'm here all week.
Coming back. So, it is a slightly fuller look to fitness model, which they do have the sparkly bikinis. So it's very much like that healthy, like you'd see them kind of on the face of like a protein company. So yeah, wait, I'm trying to even find the winner because I don't have all the numbers. What's her number? 58. I'm trying to look at the photos. Oh, I found it. Ponytail?
Yeah.
Am I correct? Yeah. Wow. Abs.
Yeah.
I do really like 56.
Yep. 56. That was second.
Honestly, this was a very solid lineup. There's not really anyone who you'd like, I guess, eliminate straight away, like if that makes sense. Like sometimes there's people where it's like, okay, these are our top three, that's easy. Whereas this one, it's actually like it's a very strong overall lineup. Yeah,
there was some inconsistencies in conditioning. To be fair,
okay, well, from the front at least,
you went from very hard to very soft across the board. So I think from a judging perspective, that would have made it difficult for the judges because it wasn't kind of like everybody was the same level of conditioning. It was like, okay, if you're going for the hard look, then this particular athlete. If you're going for the softer look, then it's going this way. So it would have been a difficult one. But I think the overall winner, number 58, Samantha, she was much like Taylor that we were talking about earlier. I think she's got that sort of structure. You could easily plop her down into multiple classes and she comfortably fits. And she had really good posing and really she owned that category.
I mean, I'm still going to say I do really like this number 56, Alana, who was in second.
Yeah, she was striking as well.
Definitely, like, she stands out to me in this lineup. I'm just trying to
conditioning-wise, it would have been. She was a little softer, but again, as I said, it would have been difficult for
the judges from the front at least. Because I can't really see the numbers at the back, but from the front at least, she definitely she looks very confident up there as well.
Yeah, it was a good class for her. Yeah, a very appropriate class for her.
And then in sports photo novice, we have first place Alana. Shout out to Alana. Second place Katrina Jenkins, and third place Hales Nordell. Hales.
Yep,
that's the one.
That's right. That was again. There were some new athletes in that class. 56 definitely the most balanced. 63 Katrina probably the best conditioned of those ladies.
So her shoulders very, very capped. Looking at this, very good conditioning there. Yeah. Probably a little bit too much for sports model, from what I usually see at least.
And I think she was 63. I think she was also one of the masters class. I think Katrina was in the 40 plus. Yeah.
Yeah, very nice shape from. Is this 57 as well? Who was 57?
Mm-hmm.
Is this the right class?
Yep.
Hales so that was Hales. Yeah, there you go. Third place. Very nice shape there from her as well. Good presence. Smiling on stage, very important.
She definitely was smiling. She was definitely smiling.
Need to smile and say jewels. All right, and then is it classic after that? Sports model 30 plus.
Sports models 30 plus.
Actually, the winner here is that. So Megnon, is that how you pronounce that? Megnon, is that her name?
64. Yeah.
Isn't that the
she was
bikini winner?
I don't think so. Oh, it could have been. Yeah, it was actually. Yeah,
it was. Yeah, so she won bikini.
Yeah. And she owned it again. Yeah, that was a good strong class. Yeah, so she did 30 plus, and then you had in the 40 plus you had Amy and Katrina, and there was also a 50 plus category as well. So again, really strong all the way through, and then you went through into the open, and that was actually Sports Model Open. Who was in that?
Taylor Gibbs made an appearance.
Yeah, she did. I was surprised. Is what we were just talking about.
Megnon?
Alana to number 50,
Alana.
60. Yes. Sorry, 64. Mignon. I was surprised she wasn't in open. To be fair, I thought she would have done quite well. But in the open, you had Hales Nordell, Danielle Cole, Bathika Islam, Taylor Gibbs, and Cameron Ross. And yeah, that was a comfortable win there for Taylor again. She just stands out. She slots into probably the better class for her, to be fair. I think in those pants and the crop top, I think she owned that overall.
I think this is a really good category for her, honestly. I think with her shoulders, because I feel like with the posing that sports model does, it's a lot of them do like kind of that more stallion type, like the more athletic posing. I think it really suits her structure and like the shoulders. And then because she doesn't have quite the amount of glute development that a lot of the fitness models have. So I think she slots into this category beautifully because she's literally like, you look at a magazine, that would be her.
Yeah, really, really comfortably speaking, yeah. Okay, and then after that, we moved on to...
I mean, I only have one photo of runway, and half of them aren't even looking at the camera.
But we do know who won.
So Casey Peterson, who took out swimsuit, was the winner. She had the beautiful like beige cream type dress. Then we had Pauline Messler, who was also in swimsuit. I think she was in the red. Can't really see the numbers again. And then Rose Blackett, I have no idea. I'm sorry, because I can't see any of the numbers from this photo.
She's blaming me for that, everybody, so that's okay.
Yeah, he was.
But it was a good lineup. I think there was 8 to 10 ladies in that one.
So runway category, to explain to Chris and anyone else listening, we're looking for an overall aesthetically pleasing look with an hourglass figure, similar muscularity to bikini model and conditioning, and poses with poise and gracefulness. So think about it kind of like swimsuit almost, but dress version.
Too WBFF for me. Sorry, Brenda.
Yeah, it is very like model-like, so they do a little bit, like they don't have as much clarity on the posing. I think they have a bit more freedom with how they want to pose, especially with the dresses, because it is very important to have the right dress and swimsuit as well. So it is probably a little bit closer to almost that FMG, WBFF type kind of situation, or at least what they used to do. I don't think they do the dress anymore.
No, I don't think... who knows?
But anyway, I apologize. We probably can't speak too much to this because we only have the one photo. So moving on to wellness, because again we're skipping the guys. Sorry, guys.
You were all wonderful. The fabulous men's physique. They were all very.
The guys have enough attention in podcasts already.
That's true. That is true. Sorry, and they don't wear sparkles, so we don't care.
Exactly. Not important. So Miss Wellness first timers. First place we had Amy Knight. Second place Maya Himpango. Sorry. And third place Samantha Gussie, who so good. Was in Samantha Gussie, was she in Sports Model just before? I think she was. Sorry.
I think so, yeah.
I thought that was a clear win for Amy, 86 in the pink. She definitely had a lot more size than the others. I do think overall probably everyone needed a bit more conditioning in this class. I think actually, the girl in the teal, is that Maya?
Yeah,
no, Samantha, number 58.
Number 284 in the teal. To be fair, I thought the wellness conditioning was... I don't think most of the girls were what I would call wellness. It was just they did have like bigger legs. Maya was clearly in the best condition, but I don't think she's really wellness.
I do think 58 as well had Samantha also had like decent conditioning. Like I think it's probably still needed to be a bit more conditioning, but it was.
But again, first timers. So
yeah, first timers. So
shout out to you all.
But definitely Amy's size was very overwhelming in this lineup.
Yeah. Yeah, no, she was good.
So, well done to our first timers. They all look very confident though, which is really nice because like first timers, it's a very scary thing to do. Even if they could improve some of their posing a little bit, like they're all looking very comfortable, which is like honestly more important. Because it's very obvious.
I think in this class, Amy won it definitely from her back pose. She had the much fuller glutes. You could see a quad sweep from the back. She was definitely, that was where I think she took this class overall.
Yeah.
And then next up we had novice, and I think there were 8 ladies in that class.
There was, and then in first place we had a new person take over. So we had number 88, Cassandra Lambert. She was in the red, and then second Amy again, and third Maya. So Cassandra came in, knocked everyone down a place. I think her shape was just it was really nice. She had a really nice shape, good shoulders. Probably still like for future needs a bit more density and conditioning, but definitely look like her shape is very wellness.
Yeah, her and back pose wise, I think she was probably fairly close to being taken out by Amy there in that one as well. Because if you look at Amy's back pose, that is wellness, particularly the natural level.
And also she does have the size on her as well. But I think from the front was
from the
clear
front, it was clear. But again, it was a really interesting class to look at the different levels of conditioning, different levels of muscle shape. Posing was consistent, which is good. It's always helpful. Some really strong ladies from the back, as I said. The front and side, that was probably could have gone either way.
It would be interesting to see Amy do the side pose the way that Cassandra does, because generally she does that. It's like T pose. And so it'd be very interesting if she was to do that, or bikini, I guess the actual side pose, to see what that would look like next to Cassandra. Obviously, looking at different poses, it can be hard to compare. So a moment of interest for me. Beautiful from both. Beautiful from both.
Very stunning from all. And then we moved on to the 30 plus category. There was pretty much the same as the other classes.
It's going to be one to watch for nationals.
She will be.
Because I think she'll get more, she'll get obviously more condition for nationals. Like you don't have to show up in peak conditioning for your regional if nationals your aim. So she'll definitely be one to watch going into nationals.
No, I agree.
That protocol.
And then in masters you had 87 Trudy, who took that one.
And second Samantha Gussie again, and third Bethika,
yeah. 3 very different physiques. Samantha probably the most conditioned, but again, I think wellness probably not really Samantha's ideal class. Probably more the sports model previously. It would have been appropriate, but again, all very strong. It was a good class.
Yeah, so I'm just looking at the photos. Is Bethika, is she in the blue suit? The dark blue?
She's in the blue on the left, yeah.
She's got really nice shoulders. Oh, just looking. I do really like her back shot. Actually, I thought her conditioning was quite good in the back shot. It's really interesting because her conditioning looked better from the rear than the front, which is not as common. Which is interesting to see. Not necessarily good or bad in any way, just different to what some people. So, I really do like Samantha. She looks very fitness model in this photo though.
Yeah. And her conditioning was very fitness model. She was a lot harder, a lot leaner. And then we had open, so I think with 5 ladies in there. Trudy, Bethika again, Cassandra, Maya, and Amy. And Cassandra sort of went for the repeat there. Again, good strong lineup, good posing, confident. All the ladies, they really looked like they were having a good time up there, which is another thing to point out, that the lighting was really good in the show, I felt. And, so that it flowed really well, which was good. So Cassandra took out the open and then went on to take out the overall as well.
Cassandra definitely stood out in the lineup. So in the open, just looking at the photos, she definitely stood out as like looking just wellness. That was really cool. So I think they're going to be a good battle at nationals if they both go. There'll be a good battle between those two, from what we've seen so far.
Yeah, I would say so.
And then we have Miss Fitness Model.
Okay, what's Fitness Model?
Pulling it up right now. It's funny, yeah. So, develop muscularity with emphasis on overall balance of all muscle groups between upper and lower body, more conditioned than sports model, with a higher degree of overall definition. Walks with poise, poses with confidence. Sorry, I did abbreviate, I lost it. But yeah, a little bit more conditioning than sports model, a little bit more muscle than bikini generally. I guess closer to what you would see with IFBB bikini if we were to compare the two. So in our I just went out of photos. But anyway, we had our junior again, Alana, number 56. And then we had our first timers. So in first place, we had Samantha Gussie again. Second place, Alana. And third place, Claire DeVito.
Now, this was a pretty clear victory for Samantha. She was also in the wellness category just before. She must have done a quick costume change in between bikinis. Definitely conditioning for this sort of class. Wouldn't look out of place in NPC, IFBB, or any other federation either. For bikini, and yeah, again, for a first timer, I would not have guessed it. I thought she would have had a lot more experience than that. She did really, really well.
She really reminds me of Taylor Gibbs posing like this. Like she really, like it's very, very similar. Like I wonder if they have the same coach or the same posing coach. Definitely, I think their suits are made by the same company with the shape. But yeah, the overall look is quite interesting. It's very similar to Taylor.
Well, they did come up against each other.
They did. So that in novice we see Taylor coming in. So we have novice first Taylor Gibbs, second Katrina Jenkins.
Mm-hmm.
Why is there three? Oh, Samantha's in.
No, that's because she was in the 30 plus, I think. Yeah.
Oh, I see. So yeah, so you can see them next to each other there as well. Back shot Taylor definitely cleared up. Her back shot's stunning. I think she's really great in this model. I do think sports model. I preferred her though in sports model.
Yeah, I would say so.
I feel like just a bit more conditioning for fitness.
Yeah. She's got the shape, but I'm not sure if the harder look.
She's got a beautiful full look, which is why she looks so amazing in classic figure as well. As that really like nice, full, muscular, sporty look. Like it's really stunning. It's really stunning. But yeah, I think definitely like the classic figure and sports model are definitely her categories. But yeah, definitely clearly won this lineup. Looking absolutely stunning.
And then we moved into the 30, 40, and 50 plus. So there's about 4 ladies in there. It's Samantha again, the 30 plus, and Katrina in 40, Nadine, and Claire in the 50 plus. All really amazing conditioning. Again, a little bit on the harder side from some of the previous classes, which was cool to see. A little bit of mishmash in posing, but again, that comes with practice, right?
Yes, it definitely takes a lot of practice to get the posing right. But yeah, definitely great upper body conditioning as well from all these masters. Nadine had pretty good lower body conditioning as well. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, just posing people.
And then we went on to the Open, where I would have to say that this had the highlight athlete of the show across any class. Maki Nakaatsu, who I believe has done very well in other federations overseas, in Japan. She just owned it. She's everything.
Incredible.
She had good. What was my note?
Amazing muscularity.
My notes just said.
Condition.
Is there any doubt? No, this is pretty self-explanatory.
Her presentation was beautiful. Overall look, beautiful. Obviously good posing because she has competed a few times before. I believe she's always found it hard to find her place within bodybuilding because she's not the biggest, but she's also very conditioned while also having muscle. So she's struggled a little bit in the past, I think, to find her category. And I think this is it. I think she's found it. Like she is beautiful in this category. And they gave her a pro qualified card, which wasn't one of the ones that they were planning to give out. So I think that the only ones that were supposed to be given out were swimsuit and wellness. And then they gave it to her because well deserved. So hopefully we see her at Oceania.
Yeah, I from what I understand, she said she was going to do that. But she was stunned. Actually, it was quite cool. She was like, "What?" She really did have this genuine surprise on her face. Like, who, me? She was her condition, her mass. She was perfect.
She's absolutely lovely too. I've trained with her before. She's so strong. Oh my god.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I mean, shoulder width, shoulder to waist ratio, density in her back. She's got just the hamstring tie-ins just starting to come out, but the fullness of the muscle that she maintained. I mean, she just owned that class 100%, and she was classy at the same time. Posing was good. You know, Taylor was standing next to her, showed a very different look. Maki definitely had the conditioning, as I said, standout athlete of the show for sure, and she will be one to watch at the Oceania. I wouldn't want to be in a class with her.
Yeah, no, she is definitely going to be very dangerous at that show. Like, I am assuming there was a lot of jaw drops when she walked out.
Pretty much. It was like, okay, so this is done.
Yeah, I would have been terrified backstage if I was up against her. I would have been like, oh shit.
Yeah, so backstage sitting there going, so, I'm just going to go home now.
Or like, I just accept second place at highest.
Yeah, it's like you just look at all the other girls and go, so.
It's between the rest of us, yeah, like, this is obviously the winner. Everyone else, okay, yeah, now we just ignore her.
Yeah. She can just go out, get the medal now, and then we'll have our own class, thank you.
Pretty much, she's absolutely stunning. So huge shout out. She looks incredible.
Yeah, she did. She, as I said, highlight of the show. It was worth the trip just for that. All right, sorry, gentlemen. Men's fitness. You do not have enough sparkles whatsoever, so we are going to gloss over you.
Watch all the men's fitness guys now go put sparkles on their trunks.
Don't encourage that behavior, Rachel. They don't.
That would just be hilarious, though. They'd be like, "But Chris, I had sparkles, so you need to talk about me on the podcast."
I'd be like, Rachel, that's yours. All right, we're on to your class again, madam. Bikini 23. There were 3 ladies in that class: Danae, Kate, and Jasmine. Yeah, that again, Kate, who was in swimsuit. She took that class out. All the ladies look great. Good level of confidence, good level of posing. Just different physiques. And again, I guess the judges would have had a hard time splitting between Kate and Jasmine, I would say, by the look of it. Jasmine's probably a bit tighter from the back, but Kate overall a bit more balanced. So.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think Kate has a little bit more on the glutes. Yeah. And Jasmine, while having beautiful conditioning, I think she just needs a little bit more through the glutes to go up against Kate. But yeah, beautiful back shot, definitely. It was just that front shot. I think Kate had the edge on that silhouette and the overall, not X-frame, but I guess S-frame?
Yep.
Is that
I'm with you. Yeah, we'll go with it.
The overall
silhouette, the taper, yeah. And then what are we up next? So we call it juniors, right? The one we just talked about, but I think ICN calls it 23s.
Yeah, so under 23.
Then we had the next up, we had first timers, and there were 8 ladies in that. I thought really good potential across all of them. Consistent conditioning in all 8 of those ladies. There was, they all had a fairly similar level. To be fair, I did not like the posing in this class. Sorry, ladies, and to your posing coaches, I felt the transitions were excellent, but the mandatory poses, I think a lot of them really struggled with. So it just makes it hard for the judges if you're not nailing the poses they're actually looking for. You can do all the hair flicks and the shoulder rolls and the hip rolls that you like, but,
Yeah, I actually get really confused when people say they have a full routine after their first ever posing session. I'm like, no. You master the poses first.
Yeah, get those right, and then worry about the other shit. Anyway, that's enough said about that. I'll probably get in trouble for that.
So, First
Yep.
place we had Aisha Smith. Second place, Kate again. And then third place we had Jasmine. So Aisha was an absolute standout because she's beautiful. So she had really, really nice overall presentation. From the photo that I have here, her front pose looks really quite nice. She does a similar front pose to what I do, actually. But yeah, nice width through the shoulders. good muscularity, possibly a little bit more through the glutes. But yeah, overall, she gives a really nice presentation and package. And I think she just had a little bit more size on Kate.
She also has a good side pose. Like she stands like a tall girl, which is really good to see. I don't like when a tall athlete poses like a short person. And sometimes that's come down to your posing coach. Like if your posing coach is not 5'8", 5'9", and they're considerably shorter, they pose shorter. And you can see that when a taller girl is posing like a short person, and it doesn't show off the length of their limbs. Like Aisha here has very long legs. Like through her hips, she's a tall girl. And when she does her side pose, particularly when she's facing to the right, that's a really good pose for her.
She looks just very elegant. Like it's that like elegant length. Like it's not to the point of being lanky, and she's keeping her limbs close enough so that it doesn't get that look. It's a very nice, like long, elegant kind of look, which I think looks really stunning. And I think that's probably what got one of the reasons she took out the win. Her V taper. Oof. Yeah, she definitely had the V taper from the shoulders there, and then through the glutes. Really nice shape. Her waist is tiny.
It was.
Which I should know.
Yeah, you measured it more than once.
Yeah, you would think I would.
Yeah, you should know. All right, next week they split the novices up into two classes, A and B, I think they called them, for no other reason. 1 and 2. Yeah, that's right. I called it A and B.
Apparently this is done by height. I didn't know this, but apparently it's done by height. I got told after our last podcast because I was wrong apparently. But yes, no. So taller girls go in one class and the shorter girls go in the other. Who knew?
Not you.
All I knew was that I was being split into another class last time.
Well, you would not have been in the A class. Let's be realistic here. It's like you're not.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. I just was obviously too prep range to figure that out.
Yeah, that's true. That's entirely possible. So 41. Chloe Mackie took this one out. Very well conditioned. And then probably lacking a little bit in the glutes, but I thought 99 in the red was very strong. To be fair, I think her bikini cut from behind didn't help her, but she was very strong from the back. But it was a really good, nice class. All of the girls, Chloe, Danae, Christy, Kate, and Pauline, I thought that was a really good presentation right across. Chloe was a clear winner, maybe a little bit on the smaller side, but I think keep an eye on 99 for nationals with a little bit better conditioning.
Wait, 99 for nationals? I was going to say she looks from the
Christy,
front.
Petra
in the red. She looks quite conditioned. Like her shoulders are looking quite capped.
Yeah, shoulders are, but I think from the back.
Yes. So I think her biggest struggle will be making sure she gets conditioned from the back without getting too hard in the shoulders, because that's almost looking fitness model with that capping, because they don't really want the capping in bikini. So potentially, actually, it could be a good move for her. Potentially, I'm not saying this to get rid of her at all.
Oh dear. But I thought, that was a really, should be one to watch. But I think Chloe was, clear in that particular class.
Yeah, definitely.
And then we move on to
class 2. So we have Mignon in first place, who ended up being our overall champion, and number 2 Aisha again, and third we had Jessica.
I thought Aisha and Mignon were probably had the best look.
I really liked Aisha. She stood out. She really stood out. Like I think even actually, it's like looking at the front, like Mignon looks stunning, but I do like Aisha's shape better. I think it does flow a bit more. I think
Mignon had probably better
conditioning,
nicer delt caps. To be fair, is what I was seeing, and I think that sort of gave her a bit more of an exaggerated shoulder to waist ratio over the second place, Aisha. Aisha will be one to watch. So will Mignon, to be fair. So
a beautiful shot, Mignon. That's probably also one of the things that took it out for her, was that rear shot.
Yep.
But yeah, both absolutely stunning. Don't come to nationals.
There was 5 ladies in the Masters. A couple of newcomers in there. Number 100, Sydney Stewart. and number 97, Lee Clapperton. Again, the top two in this one were 64 Mignon again and 99 Christie. And I think that was a good battle. I thought that was a really good class.
I mean, 30 plus. Yeah, no, a lot of them are have been in other categories together as well. Overall, it was beautiful shape. Looking at the back shots here. Again, Aisha just stands out to me. Just looking as like when I look at the photos from afar, Aisha just is like bam to me.
Yeah, no, Aisha was good. And then we had 60 plus. We had 60 plus. Sorry, ladies, 50 plus. Lisa and Pauline, really good, really competitive classes. To be fair, I think Pauline's bikini choice was probably better, more appropriate. Sat a little bit better.
I didn't make it.
That's why I'm saying it. And then next up we had Bikini Mama, where we had Casey Peterson was back from swimsuit and bikini.
Yes.
Christy Petra again, Debbie Wayland.
For people who don't know, Bikini Mama, obviously bikini girls who are mothers. Any bikini girl who wants to, who has had a child, can enter this.
Yeah, it was a really good class actually. I thought all the ladies looked amazing. Christy took this one out, number 99 in the red bikini. But I think between the top three was really close between Sydney, Casey Peterson. Again, I thought, to be fair, I thought swimsuit's probably better suited for Casey.
Her front silhouette is beautiful.
Then what did we do? Oh, we moved on to the Open. Ms. Bikini Open. That was Open. I thought was a really, really. I'm looking at your pictures. Oh, this is where my phone died.
Oh yeah. No, I don't have any photos of this either. So we're going blind here. We're going off memory. Yeah. So first place, we had Aisha. Second place, Chloe. Third place was Christy. All
very strong, right across the board. I thought. I did take notes. My phone might not work, but I did take notes.
Well, I've already said I love Aisha.
Yeah, and again, thoroughly deserved. She's got a really good tall girl.
Yes.
She doesn't quite have your front pose, to be fair. Her posing's not as slick and not as strong for her physique.
And you're not saying this because you're biased.
No, I'm 100% biased, but I'm saying this to throw her off so she doesn't get too cocky. This is like, oh, did she trip over? I don't know how that happened, officer.
Her bikini broke. Oh, that helped.
The one time Rachel doesn't have a needle and thread. No, I don't have one.
Sorry, I must have misplaced it.
That'll never happen.
It was a stage, Mum.
Yeah,
it's more likely I won't have a bikini.
Yeah, it'd be more to the point. It's like, oh, here, take mine. I'll be like, oh, Christ.
Yeah.
Jesus, Rachel. But no, it was I thought the Bikini Open was a really, really competitive class. To be fair, it was the last class of the comp.
Long day.
I think the show wrapped up at about 9:30. It started about 10.
Oh, that's not too bad.
You weren't there.
It's been later.
Yeah, last year was later when you were competing. Yeah. But it was and all these ladies, they still came out. They were still positive. There's still lots of positive energy, and I think that was that was really cool to see at this last class of the stage. And should point out that the theatre was packed. It was sold out. There were no door sales even available. So that was really cool. People stayed through most of it. Got a bit thin there towards the end. But yeah, anyway, back to these fabulous ladies. So what did we have? We had Shelley Clapperton, Danielle Cole, Casey Peterson again, Chloe McKay, Christy Petra, Aisha Smith, and Jasmine Wagner. Again, really across the top five. It was. You could easily have flipped any of those placings around between Chloe, Christy, and Aisha in particular. I think Casey got a little bit badly done by in this class, to be fair. I think could have been up one place, but that's just me. But yeah, all very strong. Good overall thing. And then we went through to the overall, and that was who won overall? Number 62? Yeah, no, overall, Mignon, and that was well deserved. I think she was a first timer.
Yeah, she was, wasn't she?
Yeah,
I think we were saying that.
Did well in first, and I think it was close between her and Aisha, and I know that their coach is Lou Mullen. So
yeah, that one would have been almost a coin flip, I'd say. It would have been like, what are they slightly favouring on the day almost, because they were quite close.
To be fair, I initially thought it would have been Aisha, but it really couldn't be because Mignon had pipped her in the first timers, so it was like okay. Yeah, can't really happen. But yeah, it was. I felt sorry for Lou. She was sitting there next to me. And I was like, just cheer for Lou. But again, yeah. So all I thought really good show. Almost near on 100 athletes, which I think for a regional show is great. Sold out, as I said. Really good vibe in the crowd.
Always.
Yeah, they were, and there was just a really good, positive vibe amongst everybody from coming through from backstage area, and I can never remember the name of the MC, but she cracks me up.
Oh, she's hilarious. Her dancing, oh my god! I don't know if I don't know if it's her personality or she just has a lot of caffeine, because I don't know how she does it all day, because she manages to do it from like 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. I'm like, respect, but she's actually amazing. She really hypes up the audience too. She's a good time.
Yeah. So, and I think it will be interesting to see the ICN has got one more regional and then go internationals.
So South Island is going to be quite big from what I can tell. I was just telling Chris, 25% of my bikini sales for the entire year are going towards this show. So it's going to be quite big. And I know that a lot of girls have been picking this show because I think closer to nationals. So yeah, it should be quite a big show, the South Island champs. But yeah, and then IFBB Auckland champ. 9 shows in 9 weeks is going to be fun.
Yeah, there's a lot coming up in the end. I mean, we've got WMBF, got FMG.
Oh, those 9 shows, that's just IFBB and ICN.
Yeah, so it's a fairly packed calendar. So we will try and review as many of them as we can. Don't be surprised if the only ones we really do talk about are the IFBB and the ICN, because those are the ones that we're familiar with. All right, so there's no shade on anybody else. It's not our thing. But as I said, good show. Again, looking forward to seeing the South Island show, seeing the competitors there. I think that's going to be a really great show to watch. We realise that. Really? Shocking. We will be there, obviously, and then we'll be rolling through to some of the IFBB shows from that. But yeah, as I said, shout out to the guys at ICN for putting on a great show, giving natural athletes a place to shine, and can't speak highly enough of how they ran the show. As I said, lighting was good, music was good, our venue was good. It's a shame it was a 5.5 hour drive from Auckland, but we got there. But yeah, so thank you very much for listening to this Surprise podcast, and we will see you at our regular scheduled slot of Saturday, where I think we'll talk about something else other than a show. We might actually talk about macros at one of these shows, and we have called the podcast the Macro Man. We have not mentioned a single damn macro in the entire 6 or 7 episodes we've done.
I'm pretty sure we have mentioned at some point, like protein, surely.
Okay, that's the main macro that we need to be aware of here. So all the others don't really count, do they?
Nah, I mean, carbs, fats, yeah.
We can't live without carbs. We all need carbs. Anyway, thank you very much for listening, everybody. I'm Chris Bold, and this is the lovely Rachel Mead, and we will see you all next Saturday.